Hi everyone, welcome back. Okay, this is a new video I have added into the upload schedule. It's called Question and Answers. At least that's what it's called for now. I don't know. It seems, pretty simple, but how are you doing? It's Tuesday. I'm doing okay. You guys can see my body. Can't see my face. You can see my hair. Right? That's fine. The reason why is I'll be using rods, I believe. I will be using my pendulum as well. So if I pull some cards, I'll just pull the camera down. My nose is itching so much. Okay. So I have your questions, as you can see here. I printed them out. Okay, I did them in order of how they showed up. All right. Really good questions. You guys didn't go... they're not too complicated. So we'll try to answer to the best of my ability. Okay. I'm just checking my mic. All right. So let's get into it. Wait, is there anything I need to say? I think... oh yeah, if you want a personal reading, I'm saying it again. I'm trying to get used to saying it. If you want a personal reading, you can check in the description of my channel. The link is there. If you need a link, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just email me moonlightenерgy15@gmail.com. Okay? And I will send you the link. All right, so let's get to it. Let's jump right in. Let me grab my magnifying glass. Okay. First question is from Karen A. 7351. And she asked, will NATO or ICC intervene? Okay, that's a good question. Will they intervene? So I guess in order for them to do anything, I mean, NATO, we're part of NATO, the United States. For them to intervene, they have some involvement in whatever is going to happen with Donald Trump, I believe. But in order for them to, I guess, intervene, it would have to be pretty severe for Trump to do something. And the ICC, the United States is not a part of that accord. So the only way they could intervene is if Trump did something to another ICC member, like a serious crime, crimes against humanity, genocide, that sort of thing. Ukraine is an ICC member. They became a member January 1st. They are not yet a member of NATO. I did see the energy change there. Something's going to change there. Before a couple of weeks ago, I would check, and it was saying no, they would not be a member this year. But the energy has shifted. They will become a member this year. The answer I received as of yesterday. So let's ask. Let's see. And if you didn't see my video, the story continues that I uploaded yesterday. I did channel Mark Ruta, and he talked about something with Donald Trump, about international crime or something like that. Okay? All right, let's see. Okay, so let's check. My name is Donna. My name is Donna. So it's saying no. Okay, back to neutral. My name is Kimberly. My name is Kimberly. Okay, so it's saying yes. Okay, back to neutral. Okay, will NATO intervene with Donald Trump's administration? Will NATO intervene? Saying no. Okay, back to neutral. Will the ICC indict Donald Trump? Will the ICC indict Donald Trump? Will the ICC indict Donald Trump? It's saying yes. It's swinging pretty heavy. Okay, back to neutral. Will Donald Trump commit a war crime? Will Donald Trump commit a war crime? Will Donald Trump commit a war crime? Saying yes. Okay, back to neutral. Will it be against Ukraine? Will Donald Trump commit a war crime against Ukraine? It's swinging pretty heavily, yes. Okay, let's look at the rods. Let's see what they say. Think about these rods. They take some energy from me, and they work better when I'm standing. Maybe it's something about, I don't know. Me sitting, my energy is at a... But we'll see what happens. Can you guys see that? Okay, it's moving. You don't have to move. They could see. Back to neutral. Okay. Alright. Okay, so spirit guides, are you with me? Are you with me? When they cross, that means yes. Okay, back to neutral. Back to neutral, please. Back to neutral. I'll just help you along. The thing about the rods and me, I don't have a lot of patience, so when it's moving slow, I just get annoyed. I get annoyed. Okay. Oh, you know what I forgot to do, Mom? Bear with me, guys. I forgot to do my protection prayer. Okay. All right. Everything I say here is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Okay? All right. Okay. Will NATO Will NATO intervene with Donald Trump? Will NATO intervene with Donald Trump? They're separating. Will NATO intervene with Donald Trump? Saying no. Saying no. Okay, back to neutral. Back to neutral. My gods are saying something about Europe. Will the ICC indict Donald Trump? 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 They are crossing. They are saying yes. Okay, back to neutral. Back to neutral, please. Back to neutral. There you go. Slow and steady. Okay. Will Donald Trump commit war crimes against Ukraine? 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 You're saying yes. Back to neutral. Back to neutral, please. Okay, so yeah. This is what the current energy is saying, okay? And I'm sure you all know now that he is going to Saudi Arabia to have these peace talks with Russia, with Putin, without Ukraine's involvement, which is just so absurd. Yeah, sure, they're having peace talks in Saudi Arabia. Okay. Yeah. And I've sensed in the energy that Ukraine will play a role. This is, it's so blatant, everything. And it's just so blatantly obvious what's happening. And Donald Trump doesn't know what he's doing. He knows what he's doing, yes. But he's also, he is stupid. Now, in terms of him being, allegedly, potentially indicted for some sort of war crime against an ICC member, will he actually face a consequence? I don't know. Let me see real quick. You know what, I'll do that in the next. I'm not going to do it now, because I want to move through these. I want to get to everyone's question. Okay. Alright, Karen. So I hope I answered your question. Next question is from Vicky G4889. Hi, Vicky. She says, Trump keeps bullying the Ukrainian president. He thinks he's bullying him. Will Ukraine be able to keep their mineral rights, get their freedom, and gain some future security by joining NATO? Okay. I did ask yesterday, like I said, will Ukraine get to join NATO? And the answer was yes. Let's use this pendulum. Let's use this one. Okay. Let's test this. Can you show me a yes, please? Can you show me a yes? There's yes. Okay, back to neutral. Can you show me a no? Can you show me a no? There's no. Okay. All right, back to neutral. First question. Will Ukraine... It's moving like crazy. I didn't even ask yet. Will Ukraine be able to join NATO in 2025? Will Ukraine be able to join NATO in 2025? Will Ukraine be able... My hand keeps... I feel like it's moving, but I think it's being pushed. It feels weird. Okay. Let me reset. Because I'm looking at the camera. I'm looking at my computer. And, okay. But back to neutral, please. Will Ukraine be able to join NATO in 2025? Will Ukraine be able to join NATO in 2025? Will Ukraine be able to join NATO in 2025? It's not moving. Interesting. Okay, show me a yes, please. Show me a yes. I'm going to switch this out. Y'all not working with me today. Show me a yes, please. Show me a yes. Okay, back to neutral. Can you show me a no, please? Okay, back to neutral. Okay. Will Ukraine be able to join NATO? It's moving yes before I answer. Will Ukraine be able to join NATO in 2025? Will Ukraine be able to join NATO in 2025? Okay, saying yes. Okay, stop moving. Back to neutral. Will Ukraine be able to keep their minerals? Will Ukraine be able to keep their minerals? They're saying yes. Back to neutral. Will Donald Trump have successful peace talks with Russia regarding the Ukraine and Russian war? Nope. It won't be him. Okay, back to neutral. Will Ukraine gain their freedom? Saying yes. Will Ukraine gain their freedom? Okay. All right. There's your answer. Okay, Vicky. Now let's check real quick. because I like to torture myself. Um, mm, mm, mm. Will Ukraine be able to join NATO in 2025? Will Ukraine be able to join NATO in 2025? All right, saying yes. Back to neutral, please. Back to neutral. Back to neutral. I wonder why they didn't do it while... I'm not sure why they didn't join while Biden was president. I don't know. Can you do it if your country's in the midst of a war? Does the conflict have to end first before that could happen? Someone answer if they know the answer. Okay. Or I could check myself. Will Donald Trump have successful peace talks with Russia regarding Ukraine? Will Donald Trump have successful peace talks with Russia regarding Ukraine? Hold on, my grip is loosening. Will Donald Trump have successful peace talks with Russia regarding Ukraine? They are separating, as you could see. Will Donald Trump have successful peace talks with Russia regarding Ukraine? That is a no. Okay, back to neutral. Back to neutral, please. Okay. Will Ukraine be able to keep their minerals? Will Ukraine be able to keep their minerals? It's a yes. Back to neutral. Will Ukraine gain... Words are really hard for me today. Will Ukraine gain their freedom? Will Ukraine gain their freedom? Okay. That's a yes. All right. Okay. Here you go, Vicky. Next question. This is from, is that a P? 𝐞𝐻𝐸7422. And hello, they ask, can you do a reading on the SAVED Act that's proposed to take away certain rights from married women? When will it pass? And if it passes, there's the bells. Is this when the 60% of people... Who's the 60%? I think it's way less than that. 60% didn't vote for Donald Trump. It's way less than that. That are asleep finally be woken up. No, they won't be woken up. I don't know. I can't say for sure. But it's not 60%. That's for darn sure. It's way less. Okay, let's see. Oh boy, this and it's more than... It's the voting... It's I can't even talk today. It's more than just married women. It's voting rights, period, for a lot of people. Will the SAVE Act be passed? Will the SAVE Act be passed? Will the SAVE Act be passed? Saying no. Let me Let me ask. My guides. I mean, I did just ask them, but let me see why. Saying it will be delays. They will try to push it, but I keep hearing like delays. It'll be delayed. I just heard it won't go through because of delays. Wow, you hear those birds? It'll be delayed. It won't go through. Will the SAVE Act be passed? Will the SAVE Act be passed? Can you tell me? Will the SAVE Act be passed? Will the SAVE Act be passed? Just moving apart. Will the SAVE Act be passed? I said no. It's gonna be tough. Not all Republicans will be on board. At least that's what the energy feels like now. I keep hearing like fighting. There's something in that bill that not all Republicans agree with. They'll try to amend it to push it through, but it's gonna be dead. Like it's gonna look like it'll go through, but it's gonna be dead because not everyone's gonna agree with it on the Republican side. Okay, that's what the energy is reading for now. All right, next question. I was having a conversation with my guides. All right, next question is from Brian J. 7250. Hi, Brian. I see you often in the comments. Thank you for commenting. It says, will DOGE interfere with Social Security Administration payments and staffing up? I know you asked me this and I didn't answer. The answer was yes. I mean, the answer was no, I'm sorry. The answer was no, but you added an update. It says New York Attorney General Letitia James and about 30 others extended the blocking of DOGE from getting sensitive information on Americans. So there's a lot of blockages from them. Like I said, they can't just do what they want. They think they can, especially Elon Musk. He believes that he could do whatever he wants. He doesn't understand how government truly works, though. I'm not calling him stupid, but I'm just saying he doesn't really get it. Will DOGE continue to be stopped? Will they continue to be stopped? Saying yes. Okay. I don't know if I'm even pronouncing that right. DOGE. Will the DOGE continue to be stopped? Will they continue to be stopped? Will they continue to be stopped? Will they continue to be stopped? It's moving. I could feel the energy between the rods. It's really strange. It's really strange. It's not like magnetic, but I could feel the pull. So the answer is yes. Okay? There are people out there, guys. Remember, not all hope is lost. There are people out there who actually does not want the world to crumble underneath our feet. Okay? All right, next question. Next question is from Lori2682. Hello, Lori. Let's see. Wait, did I not? What's your question? Where are you? I don't see the question. Okay, I don't see it. Sorry, Lori. Maybe I posted it somewhere else, I think. Okay. All right. So next question is Helen M. Helen MHAMQ. Hello, Helen. You're asking about It's a nice break from politics. It says, in the 1970s, these two British guys bought a lion cub at Harrod's department store. It was Christmas. I know this story. So they named him Christian. Long story short, they took him to George Adams in Africa to teach him how to live in... I could read, guys. I'm reading slow because I can't see. To teach him how to live in the wild. One day he went into a part of the reserve he hadn't gone into before and was never seen again. Can you see what happened to him? He was so amazing. Okay. What happened to him? What happened to Christian? My God said he was kidnapped. Let's see. I don't know. That's what... Was Christian the lion kidnapped? Was he kidnapped? Someone kidnapped. Kidnapping a lion. Someone took him. I just heard poachers, perhaps. Yeah, someone took him. It may have been someone who worked at the reserve, that. He wouldn't just wander off. He wouldn't wander off like that and disappear. Someone had something to do with that. They may have sold him, you know. Someone had something to do with that. For money. Okay. Hope that answers your question, Helen. All right. Next question. Bonnie R. Hi, Bonnie. Will Tim Walz be her VP? Yes. Yes, he will be. He's on her ticket, right? Yes. It will not be Liz Cheney, guys. No. Will Tim Walz be the Vice President of the United States? Good old Tim. Just swinging heavy, yes. Okay. Let's ask these rods. Will Tim Walz be the Vice President of the United States? Will Tim Walz be the Vice President of the United States? Will Tim Walz be the Vice President of the United States? Will Tim Walz be the Vice President of the United States? It's saying yes. Okay. Okay. So there you have it. Yes. Let's see. Let's check on the energy for Kamala. Again, I don't know how. All right. Will Kamala take the seat of the presidency for 2025? You see that, guys? Swinging a heavy yes. That's the rods. These dang rods. Will Kamala take the seat of the presidency in the year 2025? Will Kamala take the seat of the presidency in the year 2025? Will Kamala take the seat of the presidency in the year 2025? And look, it says yes. Okay, there you have it. All right. Okay, Bonnie. Next question is, what does that say? Ellery, ERROLLEE 8597. Hello. It says, my question is, why didn't the Democrats tout about their accomplishments during the campaign, which was the lowest unemployment, highest GDP? They did. Growth, infrastructure. Yeah, they did. They did it not only during the campaign, but well before it. Every single time they would post updates on whitehouse.gov, the White House website. They would post updates about on the Democratic website about their accomplishments. The information was all there. Well before the campaign and during the campaign. The YouTube page, the websites, their social media pages. And that's what I would, that's how I got that information. That's what I would, explain to people who didn't understand what was going on, especially in my family. They did. People just don't like to pay attention, People, I don't know. I don't know why people don't read, I guess. Information is always available at our fingertips, but people would rather look at things that aren't true, I guess. Sensationalize things than facts and figures in the reality. Just like with immigration. Immigration it went down from what was the number? It went down from, I want to say, 750,000 people crossing over illegally to well below that. I want to say it was between 200,000 and 150,000. It went well below. And people were still touting about this, that people crossing over, quote unquote, illegally, was running rampant, and that wasn't the reality. But people believed the lie. They did anyway. But anyway, it's like with scientists when they're like, hey, we need to get it together, and people just won't listen. Purposely. Why? Because of money. That's part way. at least with climate change. That's a whole other conversation. Okay. Next question. Jackie, I saw your question on my Ko-fi, and I'm trying to get through a lot of other requests. That's why I didn't get to yours. But yes, I do. I'll read your question here. Okay. It says, I'm reaching out to ask if there is there a way to learn about past lives we may have had. Once in a while, I feel a sense of deja vu and a bit of dizziness. Then, just as quickly, that feeling is gone. It would be so interesting to learn if there's anything behind those feelings. Please let us know if that's something that you could do as a personal reading. Thank you for the compliments. Okay, so yes, I do. I can't. Right now, I'm in the midst of thinking of other readings I'm going to add, and past life reading is one of them. But yes, there are things you could do regarding learning about your past lives. One, it starts with meditation. Okay. It starts with meditating about your past, first of all. If you're getting dizzy, I don't know how often that happens, make sure you go to the doctor first. All right. Deja vus, I always have them. But for me, they're premonitions, and because I'm precognitive also. So like I'll dream something, and it'll happen in real life. It can happen years. It can happen months later. It can happen years later. And I'll be sitting there. I'll be like, this happened. I dreamed this moment. But back to past lives. Yes, you can. It starts with meditating, thinking about your past. What did I write down? I wrote down the answer. Process your past, okay, through meditation. See patterns, okay? Patterns are a big one. What do you feel drawn to? Like for me, since I was young, I've always felt drawn to World War II. And I'm pretty sure that I was alive around that time. I'm pretty sure I was involved. I think I was Jewish. I feel incredibly drawn to that religion. It fascinates me. It's so interesting to me. I feel connected to it. No, I have not converted to Judaism, but I do feel some sort of kindred connection to it. So yes, you can think about what you feel drawn to, patterns that you see, fears that you have that are strange, that you don't know where it came from. That could have something to do with your past life. Things that you think are odd, that why am I drawn to this thing? Why do I research about it? Why do I watch everything about it? Certain emotions and feelings, like intense emotions and feelings you may have about certain moments in history or certain things, objects that you feel drawn to, could have to do with your past life. And write all that down. Keep it in a journal. Okay. I'm also pretty sure I was brought over. One of my past lives, I was kidnapped from Africa, because when I hear people speak Portuguese, I revolt. Like I get a terrible feeling. I do not like the way it sounds in my mind, in my ears. It really bothers me. So those sort of things that could have to do with your past life. Okay. Or something terrible happened to me in Portugal, but I have a feeling that I was brought here. And that language is, when I hear it, I'm like, oh, what is that? I I don't dislike Portuguese, people, but the language, when I hear it, I'm like, my body does something. Yeah, like your fears, think about that. Like, you don't know where this came from. And what are your dreams? Do you have recurring nightmares about something that you don't know why you keep having those kind of nightmares? Do you keep having recurring dreams with recurring themes? That could have to do with your past life. But it starts with like meditating. It starts with keeping a journal of this. But yes, it's possible. And anything, if you are like, someone told me in one reading I did, someone told me that I was also a Roman soldier who was ordered to pillage this village, and I didn't do it. I actually saved the village, and I turned on my country and like lived in the village for the rest of my life. So that's sort of, anything, like things that you think of, like, oh, I think I would, that's probably what it is, because we know deep down, we know in ourselves that, wow, I think this was a past life, Okay, Jackie, I hope I answered your question. Next one, Stephanie H. 3216. If something goes down as in a removal, I'm getting flashes of a scene in Breaking Bad where multiple lawyers get busted. Yeah. Who will be in charge? You know what? I don't know. That's a good question. That is a good question that I don't have the answer to. I don't see, I know it's like, oh, the head of the, whomever. I don't see, well, let me just sit and before I say anything. Who would be in charge? I heard not Mike Johnson. That's for sure. Not a Republican. Not a Democrat. I just heard the process will be changed. This will be unprecedented, I heard. The same sort of thing. Who is that? There'll be, there's so many things I heard. I heard there will be a new leader and head of Congress that will be in charge in the meantime. Let me see. I don't know, guys. I don't know the process, okay? But it feels like it's not going to be what we think. It's going to be something different. When this all goes down, will there be a new leader in charge? Saying yes. But I don't see Kamala. I mean, in charge of whoever's in, whoever is ahead in Congress. Do you know what I'm saying? As Republicans or Democrats, there will be a new person on both sides, perhaps. Let me see. Let's see. Will it be a Democratic representative? Will it be a Democratic representative? It's not even moving. It's not even moving. Will it be, they know what I'm asking, okay? I don't have to go through the whole rigmarole all over again. Will it be a Democratic representative? It's not moving. Okay. Will it be a Republican representative? Will it be a Republican representative? The right one's trying to move. It's not moving. So, they said something different. I don't know. Okay. All right, Stephanie. That was a good question. Lori, were you the one that asked me to read 𝐞𝐬𝐬𝐿? I feel like you might have been. I feel like I could be wrong, no? What would I read him on? I did look him up, and he seems like a devil's advocate sort of democracy is dead sort of person. It's not dead. Anyway, I don't know if I'll read him. I don't have a lot of tolerance or energy for people who are devil's advocates. I to keep it real, I don't, because this is what we have right now for now. Okay, maybe I will. I don't know. I'll look him up some more before I make my complete full judgment. Okay, John R. 3302. Hi, John. Okay, so my question for you, Kim, is related to your channeling. 1, how do you actually do it? 2, is this from a conscious or subconscious level? In other words, when you channel 45 or Elon Musk, do they know you're there and give you permission? If you were to channel me, would I know it? Would I see you and be able to talk to you and say hello? Okay. I get this question often. And the answers to your question, what I do when I channel is called, when I channel with people who have passed, that is mediumship. I have begun to understand I am a psychic medium. I can actually talk to people who have passed, and I actually quite enjoy that more. I really enjoy that. More than what I do also in remote viewing, which is also a psychic ability of knowing. So you're able to view things at a distance, using your 5 senses, but also beyond that. Okay, so I could view, remote viewing involves looking at a person, a place, an event, and seeing things happening, even perhaps before they occur. So some people who could remote view, it's called ESP, extrasensory perception. And I have spoke to my guides, and B and tells me that you're talking to their higher selves. I didn't know I was doing that. When I started doing this, I didn't know I could do this. I just suddenly did it and knew that I was talking to this person. I could feel their emotions Sometimes when you remote view, for some people, they could smell things, they could taste things. I don't have that. I don't do that. I don't have that ability. I could see things. Okay. I could hear things, clairaudience. I could see images, or I could see events before they can happen. Clairvoyance. I just know. There's a knowing. That's the only way I could explain it. But I hear their voice. I hear their voice. I could mimic their voice. I can... Sometimes when I'm speaking to it's their higher selves. I understand that now. And they do give me permission. It's their energy. I could see themselves. I could see them. Like I'm sitting talking to them. But it is their higher selves. So do they know their physical selves? If I meet them, would they know? Perhaps, maybe. They might have a sense of, I know this person. But yes, they do give me permission. I feel it. I could feel when I channel someone who is alive. I can feel in their energy, if their energy's open, if their energy's closed, if they want to be bothered, if they don't want to be bothered, if their energy is like Clarence Thomas, which is just like sludge, and I know it's not good for me. I could feel their personalities. I don't just like dive in and just completely evade their boundaries and space. They show me things, and they choose to show me certain things, and I'm observing, sort of, and things that they share, I feel in the connection. I'm like, oh, this person really likes chocolate. They're sharing that with me for some strange reason. That was Olaf, the German chancellor, and that's why I was laughing. He kept showing me this. I kept feeling it in his energy. So those sort of things. So I'm talking to yes, I now understand that I'm talking to their higher selves. And I do it as respectful as I can. And when they don't want to be bothered, or when I could feel their clothing, I'll just back out. So I'll thank them, what else was I going to say? My mind went blank. When I talk to people who have passed on, it's sort of the same thing, but it just feels like it's on it feels more comfortable for some reason, more natural. I guess because they are spirits, so they expect me to show. When I ask, I'll ask, can you channel me to so-and-so? I always ask my guys, can you channel me, when I'm doing remote viewing to someone who's alive, can you channel me to Mark Ruta's energy? And I'll just sort of, I don't just dive in, it's like knocking on a door, waiting to feel them. And I'll sort of sit there and I'll see images of what they might be doing. I'll wait till they acknowledge me. I'll just sit there. I'll hear things, I don't hear deeply personal things because I'm not delving like that. I'm not pushing my energy in like that. Okay? They have boundaries, and I like to respect that as much as I can, touching on their energy. So, I might see something, even the worst kind of person, like Peter Thiel, or Thiel, I don't know. I try to be respectful with what I say or what I share. He is creepy though. Okay, so that I hope that answered all your questions. I hope that answered people's questions. All right. Okay, John. Thank you for asking that. All right, next question is Lucas D9361. How long will we have to deal with MTG? I call her for the longest time. What is her? Is her name Marjorie? I feel like I've been calling her something else purposely, but I can't remember what it is because I haven't thought about this woman. Will we have to deal with her long? You know, she won't go away. She won't leave. She won't go. Why won't they vote her? What is about her that they like? No, you know what? Her own colleagues don't like her. It's her personality, and she's not very, well, I don't want to be rude. But let's pull some cards on her. And just check these. Okay. Trying to hurry up. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Is that her name? I don't know. I feel like I've been calling her something else. MTG. I should... I'm not going to do that. What is her outcome? Let's see here. I'm not going to pull too many because I'm not going to spend a lot of time with her. Page of Wands. Oh goodness, my TV just started by itself. That was scary. The Tower, guys. The Emperor. She loves Donald Trump. She loves him. You want to talk about being in a cult? Oh yeah. She is the cheerleader. Oh, you can't see. Hold on. Let's pull this up like that. All right. So we have the Page of Wands. This is her. We have the Tower. And we have Donald Trump. Okay. She is the Page of Wands. She is the little, engine that could. And he pats her on the head. It's like the preacher who does, what is that called? It's like the pastor who owns the private jets, and the people just adore him. They don't see his true nature of gluttony, because he affirms something for her. Donald Trump affirms something for MTG. I'm shuffling these cards, these true crime cards. I don't quite know why, but I felt the urge to grab them. So let's see. Death. Same cards, guys. It's not power supply. Perversion. Now, these are the same cards that I got for Donald before. This is about MTG. This is her. This is him. One more. She's jealous. She gets, she admires him. She worships the ground he walks on. She doesn't like when people get in between, when people get close to him, and she doesn't feel. You know why? I mean, I don't want to be like too gossipy. It's really not, it's a perversion here. And y'all know that's not, is death here? Y'all know crime of passion, the male, accomplice, partner in crime. Dude, I don't know, I don't want to be like she has romantic feelings for him, but it's it goes beyond like this is my boss, this is someone that let me ask. But to answer your question, no. Right on, Scooter. I didn't expect to feel, because I never ever pulled for this woman before. And didn't expect to feel what I felt touching this card. This is her. And this energy, and Donald Trump is in her energy. Okay, and the tower here, this is gonna, even her relation to him, her, what's the word? Her, what word am I searching for? Not connection. Being around him will affect her greatly. It'll affect her terribly. Let's see. It feels beyond just like, oh, this is my boss that I admire. Does she have romantic feelings for Donald Trump? Does MTG... I know this isn't what you asked. Right on, Scooter. Okay. It says yes. But anyway, to get back to the question. Male, crime of passion, depth, power supply. She's attracted to his power. Perversion, jealousy, partner in crime. We won't have to deal with her long. I mean, whatever is going to be, whatever this tower moment that keeps coming out in relation to the Republican Party, it will affect her too. I feel like the people that are up front, who are the loudest, the Page of Wands, she brings some news and, little engine that could hear. Okay. She's like, yes, we're back, and she's thinking of this new adventure, but really you're just gonna fall apart. And you guys can't see the other cards. Really, it's gonna fall apart. Okay. I'll show you real quick. We had accomplished, partner in crime, jealousy, perversion, power supply. He's gonna lose his power. It's right under the tower. And that's gonna affect her greatly. That's gonna make her fall apart. It feels like she's so hopeful here as the Page of Wands. But she doesn't see she's directly looking at the tower. And she doesn't see it. She's looking at her staff, ready to throw the staff into the air and leap in excitement on this new adventure and journey. But she doesn't see the darkness that is coming. Oh well. Will she be voted out of office? Let's see. I'll ask real quick. But it ain't good for her. It's not. It's gonna be like they view him like he's a messiah, like he's Jesus. And he ain't. I know Jesus. Well, Marjorie... Here I go again, doing the difficult. Will Marjorie Taylor Greene be voted out of office? Will Marjorie Taylor Greene be voted out of office? It's saying yes. Her time will come. Her time will come. I could feel that, and I've always noticed that about her. Her energy is weak too. It's fading, like Donald's. Okay. She's a sad woman. She's sad. That's why she's so angry. Next question. 𝐞𝐻 82. I would like to know more about when these plane crashes will end and the future of America's relations with other nations after. You know, I can't speak on the plane crashes yet. I'm not ready to. They will end though. They will end. It's gonna be a breaking point. When, I'm not sure. I feel like, well, let me converse. There's gonna be, there will be a breaking point. It won't be a good breaking point. I will say that. In terms of America's relations with our allies in Europe and other, that will be after Donald Trump. We had that already, remember? The first time. He didn't mess up relationships. People just hated him. It was him, not America. He isolated everything. But that will be repaired. That won't be an issue. He won't be able to go too far to where we're completely lost. He'll be stopped before then. Okay? I hope that answered your question. Next question. Okay, I can't see. Little Eagle Woman. You asked, is this real or an illusion? Will we wake up? Is everyone going to get their jobs back? This is real. I've asked myself that. You're not the only one. You're not. I have asked myself because it doesn't feel real. Because it isn't real. That's why that feeling of this is real in the sense that this is happening, but there's a lot of how do I explain that? It's not an illusion. Okay, this thing is happening. This is our circumstance. but it's not real because it happened fraudulently. It doesn't feel real because it isn't. But we have to deal with it. Okay, so will people get their jobs back? Let's see. Will people get their jobs back? Will people get their jobs back? I'm saying yes. I heard the word reset. I'm getting a headache. I heard the word reset. I think people need to. I heard use the proper channels. Yes, people will get their jobs back. A lot of people lost their job illegally, so there's I feel like litigation will happen, or some people just won't stand for it. A lot of people are affected by this, and like I said, having the reverse effect, the reverse reaction. A lot of people will not stand for it, and something will be done about that. Okay? And I feel like it's already brewing up. Like I said, we're in a powder keg. The volcano is starting to rumble, and but Donald Trump doesn't care about any of that. He doesn't care. He's a bag man. He doesn't care. Okay. Next question. Bonnie. Hi, Bonnie. Bonnie. You want me to channel Melania? I would like... No. I'm not. I don't want to. I've seen her energy. She's no good. No. I shouldn't say that, but she's not really a good person. But I don't see a need to channel her. She's not... It doesn't feel like she's important. He clearly uses a body double. That's not her. And I'm not saying that as a conspiracy theory. She's not always there. It's clearly not her. Anyone who wears glasses inside of a room, it's not them. But anyway. She doesn't want to be involved. She doesn't care about anything with America. She doesn't. Okay. All right. So, next question. Is it Juana or Wana? WannaBad 4199. And the question is, do you feel like if Biden had not dropped out, that he would have definitely have won without cheating, and no cheating would have been involved? Nope. I've always felt that. If Biden had stayed, no. They planned this for a long time. This was planned for a long time, and they kicked it up a notch when Kamala jumped in. They didn't expect her, but this has always been the plan. When he said at the beginning, I don't need you. This was before Kamala. I don't need your votes. He meant that. They planned this long ago. This has been years. And when she jumped in, when Biden tagged her in, they saw the shift and they said, oh, we're going to have to really kick this up. That's why they cheated too much. That I saw a long time ago. That. And I especially saw it when I channeled Peter Thiel. This has been in the make. This has been happening. This has always been the plan. Okay. Next question. Well, let's look at the pendulum to confirm this, but I already... Has election cheating always been the plan? Has election cheating always been the plan? Yup. Okay, back to neutral. Have they been planning that for years? Have they been planning that for years? Yup. Okay. Next question. Infinite. I can't see. Infinite curly. Can you help me understand how to support loved ones? Wait. I see a lot of cult-like aspects to the MAGA movement. It's not even a movement anymore. But anyway. Can you help us understand how to support loved ones and people in general who are, I can't see, who are leaving or being abandoned by their cult? Okay. Someone responded, and I was actually going to respond that. Steve Hassan. He used to be in a cult. He's a cult expert. He himself was in a cult. And the way he describes how that was dismantled for him is so fascinating. And he wrote a book. Is it called The Cult of MAGA? The Cult of Trump. Yeah. Okay. And they said, the person who commented, he's helped deprogram so many people, especially Trump supporters. Yes, that is true. Look him up. Okay. I don't have the answer for you from me, how to support them, because I don't think I tell people it's important to don't argue with them or try to deny anything they say. Just put up your own boundaries and keep your distance. If you find the pattern of having to constantly do this and it's affecting you, okay? But yes, I do believe it is a cult. There, like I said, there's a psychology to a lot of them that will be difficult to break. Now, a lot of people did turn their backs on being a part of MAGA, and some didn't, okay? And some got quiet about it because they know it's wrong. They're ashamed about being a Trump supporter. But look him up, Steve Hassan, and then he'll give you the answers. Okay. All right, next question. Okay, it is 𝐞𝐩. My question is, do you have any advice on telling the difference between an intuitive or precognitive vision and a fear-based fantasy vision? Interesting. I have both, and sometimes it's really hard to parse the difference. You got to know your fears and anxieties. You have to be aware of them first. You know, what makes you vulnerable to anxiety? What makes you vulnerable to fear? And you'll know, once you master that, once you become mindful of that, you'll know the difference. I always know, right? I'll be like, I'll touch a deck, and I have a hard time reading my own cards. It's something I'm trying to work on. But I always know, I'll be like, this is my anxiety affecting this. This is my fear affecting this. And if you have to trust yourself. Trust your intuition. You'll know, once you know yourself fully, and even accept the things that make you anxious or fearful. Acceptance is important so that you could deal with it. When we deny it, it intensifies when we turn away from the anxiety and the fear. You have to acknowledge it, and you have to open your arms to it and sidle up to it and say, this isn't going to kill me. These are the things that I'm fearful of. These are the things that I'm anxious about, and I'm accepting of that so that I could change it. And once you become really mindful and aware of that, and even of the things that, the high risk situations that make you vulnerable towards anxiety and fear, you'll be able to respond to it. You'll be able to know, okay, this is what this is. This is just anxiety. This isn't a real intuitive vision. Okay? And you can even ask your guides. I do that sometimes for confirmation. If I have a nightmare, I always know when it's not a nightmare, first of all, when it's a vision, a premonition. But I'll ask, I'll say, this was just a nightmare, wasn't it? And I'll get the answer. They'll tell me, yeah, it wasn't I always know when it is a premonition that is not good, okay? So start there. Meditate also. Deal with the anxiety, okay? So that you could become the master of knowing how to intervene with the anxiety so that it's not clouding your intuition and the things you see, okay? I hope that answered your question. All right. Emily S. Art. I'd also love beginning discussions on connecting with your guides at some point. Okay, real quick. Meditate. And meditation could be informal. You don't have to sit on the ground, cross your cross your legs and go om. You could do something that is, you could do an informal mindfulness, coloring, listening to music, going for a walk. It doesn't have to be, it could be eating, something that has steps, and you could just ask your guides to help you. Just say hello to them. Gently introduce yourself to that energy. Okay? Buy some cards, some oracle cards, and start pulling. Look up oracle cards and see what you feel drawn to. And if you feel drawn to it, that is the first deck you'll use. You could use tarot cards. My sister's yawning. That is how you begin to connect to not only your higher self, but your spirit guides, okay? I'll talk more about that. But that's just the beginning and a moosh boosh, okay? All right, next question. John R. 5487. Were any SCOTUS members or spouses aware or directly involved in the election interference? Oh yeah, definitely. Maybe not on Elon's level, but yeah, I know who you're talking about. Okay. All right. I'm just waiting. The energy. I have to breathe. Okay. Were any SCOTUS judges directly involved in election interference? Okay, saying no. Okay, back to neutral. Were any of the spouses involved in direct election interference? Were any of the spouses? Oh, saying no. Not on the level that, not on that. I don't think they were, honestly, I don't think they were aware of that. Changing votes and stuff, allegedly. But in terms of other interference, yes, I do believe CT's wife was involved in some sort of, you know, not direct, and you know, but sort of outside the realm of she's not gonna get in trouble, but still, to me, any form of election interference using social media, AI manipulation, I saw all of that, especially towards the end. And there were things I saw on Twitter when I had a Twitter about Kamala, dressed like she was from Russia, and I couldn't get rid of it. I couldn't dismiss the ad, nothing. It would not let me. That kind of interference to me is cheating, too. Because people cannot see beyond the scope of their algorithm. That's a whole other conversation that I'm not going to get into, okay? But the answer was no. All right. Okay, that's the same question about SCOTUS. The answer was no. I don't see any background stuff. They're like that sort of direct, that directs, you know. I didn't see that. Unless it's hidden and I can't see. Will you please, okay, this is from Freebird897. Will you please throw in Jarrett and Ivanka? Read for them? Sure, I could read for them. They're implicit. It'll probably be on a Let's Chat or something, maybe. I don't know. They don't feel important. Simply Venus 1. I got a sense of, okay. Last year, I got a sense of urgency. Very heavy heart feeling that I needed to reach out to someone dear to me. First time was a close friend, and I texted her at 1:11 p.m. and later I learned her husband passed away at 1:11. The next time was a couple of months later, and it was my ex-husband. He was heavily on my mind, and I wanted to call him, but didn't only to learn he passed away alone at home at about the same time. Can you tell me what Claire does this fall into, if any? Yes, that is claircognizance. Okay? And that claircognizance is the ability to know. I wrote it. The ability to know something as fact without learning it from an outside source. You just know something. You know something is wrong. Oh, okay. You know something is off. You know something will happen. Okay. It's the ability of knowing without knowing why you know. It's essentially claircognizance. Look up the clairs, guys. I'm going to talk about that. Maybe in the Let's Chat, I'll talk about the clairs. There's plenty of them. But that sounds like claircognizance. And as I was reading your question, you do have gifts. Okay? If you want to ask more questions, you can email me at moonlightergy15@gmail.com. Okay? But yes, you have gifts there. We all have gifts, okay? Some more than others. Okay? All right. Okay, it's your intuition, it's gut instincts there. But you could see beyond. You could see beyond. Alright. Alright, Simply Venus. Reach out to me, okay? Amy in 9639. They are allegedly inside the IRS now. Why do they need to see our private records? I don't know if that's true or not. Let me see. Is the DOGE accessing IRS private data? It's saying no. I'm not sure if that's true. If they do, I mean, they're trying to audit people? I have no idea. Which, you know, interesting enough, that increased under the Biden administration, so I don't know what they would, but it's saying no, so, but we'll see. Okay. The next question is 𝐞𝐩 1129. Where's George Bush, Dick Cheney, Barack Obama, and Bill Clinton? Why haven't they spoken out yet? I think Obama did. I mean, they did their bids, you know. Do we need to hear from them? We didn't hear from them the first time, did we? I don't know. George Bush has never spoken about, I don't know if he's spoken about Trump. They sure don't like him. Dick Cheney, what would he say? As opposed to his daughter and the beef she has, I'm sure he's doing something about that, maybe. But I feel like, let them rest, I guess, you know. Them saying anything is not going to move much. They could be doing things behind the scenes in terms of, you know, I mean, Dick Cheney was he the vice president? Sorry to that man. But, apparently he has a pull, you know, with some dark suits, I guess. I feel like they're good. We don't need to necessarily hear from them. You know, it's not going to, at least for me, maybe for you, I guess. I don't know. But I feel like they're just, they did their time, you know. I think Bill Clinton got some other things on his mind, maybe. All right. I hope that answered your question. Okay. Next one is KCW2. Will you channel Maya Angelou? Yes, I will. I will channel her. I would like to know about her thoughts as well. Next question. ADC, is that me? EDC 8657. Does Elon get busted for tampering with Germany's election? And well, he's gonna get busted for a lot of things. Look at his cards I pulled. There's a lot going on there in the last video I uploaded. Will Elon get busted for tampering in Germany's election? Will Elon get busted for tampering in Germany's election, which is coming up on the 23rd? Saying yes. Something's there. You know, my guys told me to pull for him and to channel Olaf. So let's ask the rods. What time is it? Okay, we got good time. Wait, what time is it? Okay, 3:14. I have a session at 4:30. Okay. What was I asking? Oh, yes. Will Elon Musk be exposed for tampering in Germany's election? Will Elon Musk be exposed for tampering in Germany's election? Will Elon Musk be exposed for tampering in Germany's election? Will Elon Musk be exposed? It's a very slow moving because it. Will Elon Musk be exposed for tampering? It says yes. These rods move slow when I'm sitting. They move faster when I'm standing. But I can feel the energy, the pull. It's such a weird feeling. So it says yes. We'll see what happens. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Alright. And that was all the questions. That was it, guys. We did it. Clap it up. We did it. I really enjoyed your questions. They were a good mixture. They were not too difficult. They weren't, something that was so complex. I appreciate that. We're going to continue this. I really like doing this. I don't like answering questions when I do the story continues type of videos because it's too much stuff that goes on there. So I said, I want to answer your questions. So I want to do these videos. Okay. I enjoyed this. I will be uploading a Let's Chat tomorrow. I think I'm going to do a healing session there. Okay. I think we need that. So I'll be doing that. And, Friday will be the next. Hold on. We did Story Continues Monday. Today's questions and answers. Tomorrow's Let's Chat. And Friday will be the next The Story Continues. Okay? Alright, guys. I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.